Hi everyone and welcome back to Miss Educate. Today we are going to be looking at regular 2D shapes. Firstly, we will look at the names of the shapes and then we will look at their properties. This is the things that make them what they are. So, for example, how many sides do they have, how many corners, and so on. Let's get started then. When we look at our first shape, I'm going to pause just to give you a chance to maybe tell the adult that you're with or your teacher what you think that shape is. Here's our first shape then. Yes, it is a circle. Here's our second shape. What do you think this one is? It's a triangle. Our next shape, do you know what it is? Can you tell someone? That's right, it's a square. Keep going, so far so good. This one is a rectangle. Well done. What do we have here? We have an oval. Ooh, this one's different to the others. This one is a pentagon, correct. This one is a hexagon, well remembered. What do we have here? This one is an octagon, well done. Let's keep going. Ooh, and now we have what do you think? It's a kite. Good. Our next shape, what do we think? Can you remember? This one is a trapezium. That's a big word. Okay, what do we have now? Now we have a parallelogram, another big word. What's next? Next we have a semicircle. And lastly, we have a rhombus. Now we've looked at all the shapes and their names, I think it's really important that you go back and look at them again, especially maybe the ones that you haven't heard before. So maybe you already know circle and triangle, but maybe you didn't know rhombus or parallelogram. Go back and make sure you really look at the shape and try to think, right, that is called a rhombus. That is called a kite. Go back and check. Okay. Now we're going to be a bit of a shape detective. So we're going to take a shape and we're going to look at it and try and figure out all its different properties. Let's get going. Firstly, we have our circle. How many sides does the circle have? How many corners? Now, corners are also called vertices in maths. So you might say a vertex is a corner. So I'm going to now carry on using the word vertices because it's very important that you use the correct mathematical language. So our circle doesn't have any vertices, does it? And it has just one side, okay? Our triangle, well, what do you think? How many sides does it have? Can you tell me? It has 1, 2, 3 sides. And how many vertices does it have? It has 1, 2, 3. 3 sides, 3 vertices. Excellent. Let's have a look at our square. Can you tell someone next to you, or can you tell the adult you're with, how many sides and how many vertices does a square have? 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Well done. And 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Well done. That's excellent. Okay. Our rectangle. I think something's going to be very similar here, don't you? How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. How many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Let's have a look at our oval, which looks a bit like a squashed circle, doesn't it? I think it's going to have very similar properties to our circle at the start. What do you think? How many sides? There's just one. How many vertices? There aren't any, are there? Well done. What about our pentagon? Let's have a look at that. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. How many vertices do you think that pentagon might have then? Can you turn to the person next to you and tell them? Can you tell someone that's with you? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. 5. Well done. Our pentagon has 5 sides and 5 vertices. Let's move on to our hexagon. Got a few more sides on our hexagon than we've had on the other shapes so far. How many sides do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides on a hexagon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. I'm starting to notice a bit of a pattern here with our shapes. I'm noticing that the square had 4 sides and 4 vertices. The hexagon had 6 sides and 6 vertices. There's a pattern here, isn't there? Octagon. How many sides does an octagon have? Octagon starts a bit like octopus. And that might help you in the future to remember how many sides an octagon has, because it actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Can you think now, using that pattern that we've just talked about, how many vertices the octagon might have? See if you can have a think about that. Okay, got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. Excellent. Our kite has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, vertices. Good. Our trapezium also has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and also has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Excellent. Our parallelogram has how many sides? You count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. And how many vertices? You count first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Now what about our semicircle? It's a bit like half a circle, isn't it? Let's have a little look at it. How many sides do you think it has? It has 1 curved side and 1 straight side. And it has 1, 2 vertices. What about our rhombus? Rhombus looks a bit like a square, doesn't it? Sort of turned to the side. Let's have a look. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And just like a square, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. I want us to group some of these shapes together. And I want you to look and think, why do these shapes go together? Here they come. Do you recognise these shapes? We've looked at them already. We've got our kite, we've got our parallelogram, we've got our trapezium, we've got our rhombus, we've got our square, and we've got our rectangle. What is the same about all of these shapes? Pause the video, have a think. Okay, what do you think then? Why do these shapes belong together? All of these shapes are called quadrilaterals. And the reason they're called quadrilaterals is because they all have 4 sides and 4 vertices. Let's look at that word quadrilaterals, because the beginning of it gives you a clue. Quad actually means 4, like a quad bike, 4 big wheels on it. Now you're going to be a bit more of a shape detective, because now you've learnt so much about shapes and you know the names and you know the properties. You're going to have a look at this picture and you're going to see how many of the different regular 2D shapes that we've just looked at that you can see in this picture. There is a PDF of this picture in the description below, which you could print out and then actually get a pencil or a pen and circle and label all those 2D regular shapes that we have just discovered together. Well done, everybody. We have explored some great shapes in this video today, and you have learned all about regular 2D shapes. Why not try and see what shapes you can find throughout your day to day? Maybe you could tell someone the name of the shape and how many sides and vertices it has. Excellent work. See you again soon. Bye. Why not give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video? Subscribe for more videos and hit the bell for notifications. See you next time.